Alright, what's up guys? So, back at it today. Tournament season's done with, focusing on deer season, and I have a brand new batch of Black Eagle Rampages, 250 spine. We're going to build some arrows today. I'm going to go through with everybody on how I build my arrows, everything that I do, run through on them, and we're going to build not just any arrows, but the most accurate long-range arrows that we can possibly build. So, I'm going to go through on exactly how did I do all this and everything else. We're going to get these things built. I want to try and stay, the goal is to stay at around about 420 grains. So I know what I want them cut down to. I know all my weights and everything else, and we'll see how close we can hit to 420, 410 grains at the end of this. Okay, so first things first, get it in the arrow cutter, figure out what length that you want it. Now, you can spin your arrows at this point and try to figure out which side you need to cut off of which to get the straightest arrow possible. But since these shafts are 1/1000th shafts, I'm not going to worry about that because I'm just going to, they're straight, and this is already there already, and I'm just going to cut off both ends of the shaft a certain amount. The only time that I really will spin it is if it's 5/1000ths or 3/1000ths, and half the time I really don't even spin my 3/1000ths. I just cut off both ends, and my draw length is like 27.5, so I got baby arms anyway, so the arrow's going to be cut down so much it's going to be impossible to have a warp in it in the first place. So now, full disclaimer, before you ever start cutting the other side of your arrow shafts, make sure that you square the shaft side that you just cut, because if you don't, it's going to get wobbly and you're going to have a weird cut, and it's going to be a pain in the butt to try and straighten it out after that. So just make sure you square it before you cut the other sides. Now what we're going to do, and it's actually probably the most important part of actually building all these arrows, is going through, weighing all these arrows, weighing the outserts that come in with them, and then putting everything specifically where it needs to go, doing all that math, getting a pen, piece of paper, writing down everything to make sure that everything is where it needs to be, and having arrows 1 through 12, 1 through 6, whatever points, 1 through 12, 1 through 6, and getting all the weight within a half grain. That's the main thing about getting arrows that shoot long range, to shoot tighter groups. Okay, so I got, alright, so all the 289.0s are going to get the heavier ones, and all the 289.2s are going to get the lighter ones. Okay, so after you get all your arrows and everything lined up, measured out, cut, inserts in them and points, before you fletch them, go up and get you a little dot and make a mark on your arrow, stick it straight up, and then go in and go right up on the target and then shoot. And what you're doing here is you're trying to find out which way the arrow is actually spinning and leaving out of the bow, and you want to fletch it with whichever way the arrow turns, and it makes it more forgiving whenever you're going to tune the bow and you know that the arrow's not fighting against the natural rotation. Oh, looks like it spun left. This is what the last one was, wasn't it? Left offset? I thought it was a right offset. It ended up being left. Left.
Yeah, wasn't it the opposite for the shooter? Like a right-handed shooter was left-handed for the most part.
Yeah. Okay, so I got them all fletched up and taken care of. I've done a 4 fletch with the boning air veins on it, and we're gonna see what we actually hit grain wise, see if we hit around 410, 420 grains, and see what we got. $464.4. All right, so we was a little bit hot, but it'll work. We still hit around 290, 300 feet per second with 80-pound bow. I'll be happy with that. If we're in the high 280s, 290s, we'll be good. That's usually what tunes the best out of them. So that's it for the arrow build, guys. See y'all later.